Hello everyone, welcome to a rather unique episode here on Warriors Amongst Men. I'm currently on my bicycle and I've got a pretty decent camera, so I thought I might use it, especially since I just lost my phone for the second time running whilst travelling. The universe has thrown obstacles my way, but it's only made me stronger and more capable of being able to deal with the challenges that come before me. And I really want to share with you today something I've learned about money. Money is a spiritual weapon, and I know there's two groups of people right now because there's two ways that you can interpret what I just said. We're talking about a spiritual weapon, so immediately you think, about divide and conquer, and you think of the enemy and the weapon of the enemy. But there's also you using it, you are in the game using it, and it can be a spiritual weapon for you also. Let's see what's in the fields. And so, money can either help or hinder you in the human realm. People say, do we live on a flat earth, or is it round? Take a look around you. It's a holographic realm and you're in the human experience. So how do you best operate the human experience is a better way to think, rather than just thinking about money, because we then think, what we can buy when we get money, and the reason why we want to get more money is so we can get a fancier car or something, or so that we can show off a bit better or something. Think a bit too materialistically, I think. But humans, very simple creatures, we've got desires and things we want to do, of course, but a lot of us, we don't know how to take care of our needs. And when we don't know how to take care of our needs, we're not thinking straight, because in the human experience, it's all about... Who's coming behind me? I haven't got wing mirrors, but I've got a camera. So, in the human experience, we have obviously, we're a seed that evolves. We're always evolving. Look at the word evolve, it's got the word love in it, backwards. But if you live backwards, look at the word live backwards is evil. Feels like I'm driving backwards at the minute. Do you know why? Because in Vietnam, the roads, I'm driving on the right hand side, but in the UK obviously it's the left hand side. In Thailand it's the left hand side. Just had to go through some sand. And there's always obstacles in the human experience because of the nature of the game. Look how a tree grows. Fruit actually tastes better and you get a better fruit if the tree endures more wind and stuff like that. If it's got a bit of a harsher environment, it develops some fruits. I'm sure, I'm not an expert, so I'm sure it's not every single fruit or whatever, but look into that, because that is the case. If you want more potency, the environment becomes more potent. And I'm just obviously thinking about where I'm going as well. Why don't we do a little shortcut down here? I'll show you where I'm going. So you've got to think of your mind like a garden, because you are a part of nature. And in fact, nature is a part of you, because it's a holographic experience and everything is a reflection from within. So if you take care of your needs, you're going to be thinking better. You're going to be able to make better decisions, and you're going to be able to deal with the obstacles clearly rather than emotionally reacting to them. And a lot of the times our wants are coming from an emotional reactive place also. What we want, it's based on a feeling, and life is a sacred energy exchange. People talk about the law of attraction, but the best law is the law of exchange, because you're interacting with life all the time. And if you want a better experience, you have to be present with your interaction of life, because in the present moment is where your subconscious mind exists, right? The subconscious mind governs over 95% of your day. Hello. Or Xin Chao. Hello. Connecting with the natural intelligence, but also taking you on this journey with me through Vietnam. And I'm present in this moment because I'm taking nice deep breaths. And I'm present with what my needs are in this moment. You know, I mean, I've taken care of my needs. I've eaten enough and I've taken enough fluids, you know, and I know what I'm doing. I'm organised. I'm filming even at the right time of day, so it's not baking hot. It's later in the afternoon, so it's a bit cooler. I'm taking care of my needs, and naturally then I think better, think clearer. Hello. And I'm on a different dimensional frequency then. I'm in a better realm, because my human body, which is the interface in which we perceive reality, is actually working better. I know it sounds so obvious. I'm gonna go this way because it just looks lully. But how much fun. Xin chào. How wonderful. Proper nature feels so amazing. Very third eye opening. When you start to look after yourself, you become fragrant like a flower also. You give off a loving ambience as you breathe it one with nature. And obviously when you're in nature, you're going to get more oxygen, so then therefore you're breathing better, and therefore everything starts to flow better. That's why I love nature. And remember, this is the law of exchange. It's a sacred energy exchange. It's a sexual experience. Creation is a sexual energy, remember? Creative energy is sexual energy. Sexual energy is creative energy. And in fact, it's not just about a sex experience with another human. Even eating some food, you chose to make love to that food today. You had a pleasurable experience eating that food today. And in fact, most people are basing what they're eating on taste, so prove me wrong. And in fact, every single one of your experiences is a sacred energy exchange. But a lot of us, our minds, because we're caught up in our minds, we're not present enough, then we miss the opportunities that life presents to us every day. That's what happens when you let your kids press the paper. I've got my bag in my basket if you're wondering what that is. Hello. Just enjoying my time, being patient for the right moves to occur before me. This seems to be the right move right now, so I'm making it. But that's how it works in life. It's okay, I'm capable. I'm a capable human being, don't worry. The looks people give you. Do you know why? It's because people aren't present. Then you get worried that, well, maybe you are present, but you get worried other people might not be present. You see what I mean? So, but if you're present, you're more in tune with your instincts and your surroundings, right? And that makes you able to react to any situation and make the correct decision, you know. And maybe you think, oh, that wasn't the correct decision, but you're still present, so you can make another decision rather than just going back into your subconscious. I mean, your conscious mind, I suppose, because your subconscious is where you're present, right here. And then you start thinking about stuff. It's like, no, just get back here, because that's where all the energy is. Show you where I'm going. What's going on over there? I need to make it over there now and go home. But remember what I taught you today. When it comes to spending money in the Matrix and stuff, obviously you've got to spend money to get by. That's how the game you're playing works right now. So play it to the best of your ability, make chess moves, don't spend your money on things that you just want and because it tastes good. Spend money on things that are good for your health. All the things, all your activities, make all your activities ones that are good for your health, whether that's going into nature, breathing exercises, or driving on the wrong side of the road for once in a country that you've never been to before, like I am. Are we capable? Let's see where we are now. What a wonderful little place. Start to spend your money on what you need to make you healthy, and okay, maybe you need new equipment for your creative projects that you're doing. You know, there's actually a really good book I read called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and it talks about expenses. Oh, we're back here, are we? We've been in loops. Well, it's good for the video. Yeah, so I recommend reading that book because that's very helpful when you're a beginner into the learning about the currency of money. But remember, currency is what you currently see, right? Because that's what your frequency is. It's reflected in your environment. So it's always a constant report card back. And sometimes the events that you experience are just tuning you to a new frequency. So you have to be present with the lesson. I'm sure you don't want to look at me anyway, you want to look at this. Whew. Such a beautiful place. Do you know what I can smell? You know when you're in the kitchen and you're boiling some rice? Well, it's a little bit like that smell of the rice in the kitchen, but except it's not been cooked and it's still fresh in the field with loads of oxygen. So it's a lush smell. It's a really nice smell. I used to not like it when it was cooked, that smell. It used to go right up my nose. But here it's like healed that part. I now like the smell of rice, but it's just so nice when it's out and it's not been cooked yet, it's still fresh in the field. What a nice experience. Yeah, so I wanted to share this beautiful experience with you, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed the video and learnt something from it. Make sure you look after yourself, because then you'll radiate a better frequency and then you'll naturally attract better experiences. But the Matrix wants to keep you in fear and in that tense sort of energy, because it keeps you in your sort of conscious mind trying to think about things rather than let go into the subconscious, which is the present moment with all your instincts and your intuition ready to just tell you what to do. Just face your fears, have courage, live life and do the things that you know that you should be doing. And when you do that, whew, you'll be living life as a warrior amongst men. So make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts on this subject. If you've got any insights, share them with us, because when you share in the language of enriching, you receive in the language of enriching. All right, love you all. Peace, take care. Laya.